What's up, world? It's Tim Rose. Today we're doing a rig rundown of my live looping setup. It's something that I've been evolving in my live act for about 10 years now. I've been putting this video off for a long time because my rig keeps changing, but with quarantine stopping all my gigs, there's no time like the present. Before we get started, you know the drill. Please subscribe to my channel and bang that notification bell. I came up in the busking and then hotel circuit of Waikiki. Live looping has been popular there for at least 15 years, maybe more. Many of us perform by ourselves, and looping allows us to bring an improvisational and big sound to our solo gigs. On this video, I'll be walking you through every piece of gear. There's links in the description if you wanted to get some for yourself. Also, if you have any questions about any of this, just hit my line. Leave a comment and I'll respond. All right, enough nonsense, let's get down to business. The whole rig is centered around a Boss RC505 tabletop looper, but as you can see, it's on the ground and I'm stepping on it. The RC505 is a tabletop looper designed for musicians and DJs to incorporate loops and samples into their live performances. It comes with 5 individual tracks that can be programmed to play concurrently or separately and can be controlled via foot switch. Next up is the MPC Live, of which a whole video could be made. It does so many things, but I only use it for a specific purpose, a standalone drum machine. I use this thing to trigger samples. I load them in from a USB stick, program them to the pads, and that's it. I play them live every song. Essentially, I play the MPC like an instrument. I have this thing on a Samsung laptop stand, which is great because it has a sticky pad that prevents it from moving around, and plus the stand collapses to a much smaller size than your average music stand. Let's tackle my vocal chain. As a singer and a beatboxer, finding a microphone that can handle the frequency response that I need for mouth drumming is hard enough. Most dynamic mics sound pretty bad. Finding a microphone that does that while also keeping the natural sound of my voice singing is even harder. The solution to all my problems was the Earthworks Microphones SR314. When you live loop with a condenser microphone, it's important to make 2 separate signal paths for the mic. One going to the mixer immediately so I can sing the melody, and the other going to the looper so I can beatbox and create vocal effects. For this solution, I use a combination of radio products, the Stage Bug, the XO relay, and the JR1L foot switch to control the relay. The 2 endpoints in my vocal chain are A to mixer and B to looper. Next, we have the mixer. I use a QSC TouchMix 8. This compact digital mixer allows you to use a ton of really important tools like graphic EQs, compression, noise gates, FX, aux sends, and monitor mixes that you can control with your phone. You can even multi-track record your sets to a USB drive. I use the Samsung T3 and T5 hard drives as they write fast and are durable. Being able to control the mix from your phone using its onboard Wi-Fi is pretty incredible and perfect for a one-man band type scenario. Next up is my guitar chain. This part's really fun. I'm playing a custom-made Riggio Tango, a Tele-style guitar built to spec by Joe Riggio out of Tacoma. It's named after my late grandmother, Joan Rose. It's a beast of a guitar, sporting an alder body, mahogany neck, with a Strat-style pickup system and an arcade-style momentary kill switch, which was inspired by Tom Morello and Buckethead. It features 3 hand-wound 63 Strat pickups with a 5-position switch, inspired by Prince's Hohner Mad Cat Tele. Its custom paint is one of a kind. It's named by its maker, Joe, as Pink Champagne. This thing is beautiful. It gives me funky, spanky, hot, clean tones. And when you switch it to the bridge, you get that old rock twang. The guitar hits the pedal board first. I'm rocking a Friedman 15x20 2-tier board with a 6-input patch bay with a buffer built in. The power supply on the bottom is a heavy-duty Seox chocolate power supply, which powers everything with ease and has never failed. For all the wiring in the rig, I use pig hog cables with the exception of pedalboard audio cables of strange lengths that I had to solder myself. For those, I use G&H connectors and solid copper core wire from Canare. The guitar hits the patch bay and is routed first to the Wampler Mini Ego compressor, which beefs up the signal. Then it hits the EBS Octabass, which has been my go-to bass octaver for years. This allows me to make bass lines in my loops using my guitar. Then it hits the timeless Mutron envelope filter. After this, it heads back out the patch bay to the Kemper stage. What could I possibly say about the Kemper stage that hasn't already been said on YouTube? Not much. It's freaking incredible. It's freaking expensive. It's crazy convenient. I use mainly Dumble profiles made by Matt Britt, where my performance rigs handle things like noise gates, reverbs, delays, and distortion. After leaving the Kemper stage, it heads back into the patch bay, where it goes into the looper. The patch bay also routes the MPC into the looper as well. For mains and monitors, I use a K10.2 by QSC, a 2000 watt active speaker, and a gold standard in my opinion. I love these speakers. These things pound, and I've been using them for years. These things have cool presets that can contour the EQ, which help me with certain rooms or outdoor stages where frequencies don't travel well. Last but not least, to power everything, I use a Furman SS6B surge protector. This conditions the power to a consistent 120 volts to prevent any sound issues caused by a bad plug in the wall. Put it all together and you have one hell of a hardware looping rig. This thing does everything that I need it to do. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the rundown. Check out the description if you want to see any of the products that I use, and by all means let me know in the comments what you think, what you like, what I should change. Also be on the lookout for my upcoming video on my software looping rig, where my laptop and Ableton Live do the same thing as the RC505 and more without any pedal board at all. Love you guys. Be safe out there.